guys, John here, and long time no see. So recently I was back again in South Africa and I spent some time at the Cheetah program. If you guys have seen these videos before, you'll know that I've been going to this program since 2015. The project is located on a big reserve in a town called Rustenburg, which is about an hour and a half away from Johannesburg, and it's run by a really passionate couple who's been in this industry for many years. Not only do they provide a safe home for rescued and injured animals, but their main focus is the process of rewilding the cheetahs and ultimately releasing them into the wild. Doing a volunteer trip or a study abroad program in a place like this, it gives you the opportunity to have experiences that you typically won't find anywhere else. Just like any other time when you work with animals, you can expect to wake up early, do things like general farm maintenance, cleaning out enclosures, feeding, and things like that. But doing it here means that you get up close and personal and you get to be hands-on with a lot of these animals. For me, I love getting my hands dirty, chopping up the raw meat, and feeding it to the cats. And if you're really squeamish or something like that doesn't sound like it's for you, you're not forced to do it, but when else in your life are you going to be able to do something like that? But as always, my favorite activity is doing the cheetah walks. I've talked about this in great detail before, but the cheetah walks are a great opportunity for them to get out and go exploring. In the same way that you might take your dog out to the dog park, let them run around and have some freedom, it's a way for them to get enrichment and also hone their hunting skills.
Not to be super cliche, but it's just like really surreal.
Yes, it's honestly a life-changing experience. It makes you like appreciate the animal more.
Yeah, when they're walking next to you, you're like, there's no way.
Yeah,
Cheetah's walking next to me.
Although you do get to interact with some of the animals, this isn't done for photo ops. It's not a petting zoo. Ultimately, this is something that helps the cheetahs in the long run. You've heard me talk a lot about cheetahs, and although the main focus here is cheetahs, they're not the only animal that you'll see here. In fact, some of the animals that people love the most are the meerkats. The two resident meerkats here are Pablo and Sandy. They were both pets prior to being taken in by the reserve, and since they can't go back to the wild, now they have a big enclosure where they're kept safe, they're well fed, and they're well taken care of. And then there's another group who we call the Wild Bunch. And like their name implies, these guys are wild, so they live in their own colony that they've built. On a few of the days we hiked out to go see them, and it was really cool just to get to watch them in their own natural habitat. I don't know if you've ever seen the show Meerkat Manor, but it's like really being there. It was the coolest thing. And again, these guys are wild, but a lot of times if you're just really chill and you come across as non-threatening, they'll come and approach you and just sit with you, and that was really nice. So normally when I visit these projects, there are people there from all over the world. This time was a little bit different because I was there with a group of college students, most of whom were from Michigan State University. A lot of them were vet students or biology students, some were doing it for college credit, which I think is amazing because sitting in a classroom and getting this information through books and lectures, that's all well and good. But here you get a real in-field education. We went on bushwalks where we'd find animal bones and we'd learn all about the different plants and animals and things like that. We get to see things in real time, touch the dirt, touch the bones, and I think that's so much more valuable than just simply reading something in a book.
Some of my favorite experiences is definitely the hands-on time we've had with these animals. I can say I've never held a meerkat before, and now I have two in my lap. We also are able to be hands-on with the food prep. We can be feeding the cheetahs. When it comes to feeding, we're allowed to sit in with them and watch them eat and interact with each other.
It's so exciting and honestly just exhilarating getting to be with these animals that you never thought of actually being able to interact with.
What really amazes me is just how much of an impact one person can have. Just hearing the stories about how this program got started, it really was two people that started all of it, and now because of people like us, this program can keep going and keep releasing cheetahs back into the wild.
So I've been to South Africa a bunch of times before, and a lot of things to me are just kind of second nature at this point. But if it's your first time going, then I definitely think there are some things you should know before you go. If you're coming from the US or Europe and you're coming during summer vacation, keep in mind that the seasons in Africa are backwards. Africa is on the opposite hemisphere, so when it's summer in America, it's winter in South Africa. Your days in South Africa, for the most part, will be hot and sunny. However, at nighttime it can get pretty cold. This is something I messed up on this time because we had a cold front come through, and there were a couple nights where it got down into the 30s. I always bring a hoodie anyway, just for the plane and just for evenings, or it might rain, anything like that. You're not gonna need a full fur coat, but just be mindful of that. At this program, you are given 3 meals a day, but also just keep in mind that if you're coming from the US, the portion sizes are probably going to be smaller than the ones that you're used to. Not that I wasn't given enough to eat or anything like that, but just, again, keep in mind that portion sizes in most other places outside of America are not the big, huge meals that you may be used to. But most of the time you'll have at least one day out of the week where you'll go to the store and you'll buy snacks and things like that. And again, because you're going to be out in the sun so much, remember to bring things like a portable water bottle. Remember chargers for all your devices. Remember to bring an adapter. I actually forgot my adapter this time, so I had to buy one while I was there. It's going to be cheaper to get it on Amazon. Just general things. I'm not going to list every single thing. I'm sure you can Google what to bring, but again, just think about these things before you get there. For as long as I've been going to these projects, people have always asked me, what's it like getting to do that? And I always say the best way to describe it is it's like going to summer camp, but with wild animals. You meet all these cool new people, you have these fun activities, and you make memories that'll last a lifetime. Whether you're seeing something that you never thought you'd get to see with your own eyes, or you're sitting around the fire talking to everyone, or just watching the sunset. Coming here, it's a trip like no other. Watching the cheetahs embrace their natural instincts, you're getting a real look at conservation and the vital role that each one of us plays in preserving our world. If you've ever considered doing something like this, but you're on the fence, I can't stress to you enough how much I think you should just take the leap of faith and do it. Not only do you get to make a tangible difference in preserving an endangered species, but you also immerse yourself in a culture and an environment that broadens your perspective in ways that you can't even imagine. Whether you're passionate about animals, conservation, or just looking for an adventure, this is the kind of experience that it truly stays with you forever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. I'm gonna have all the information for this program down in the description, and we haven't done this in a while, so leave a comment down below telling me what you've been up to, or just tell me what's your favorite animal. I've got a couple more videos coming up from this trip, and those will be uploaded soon. So I will see you hopefully very soon with another new adventure.